Good morning. How are you? Welcome to another move session. September reset. Week 3. Whoopsie. Week 3. Just finishing week 3, you guys. Can you even believe how fast September has gone? Like, where the heck did September go? Hey, Dawn. Hey, Yvonne. Like, no kidding. We're gonna blink and it's gonna be Christmas, you guys. Like, what the heck? Oh my. And this weather, it's been rainy and it's warm, but like it feels blustery and fall-ish. Like last week was so hot and humid, and then just like that it feels kind of like, okay, fall's coming. And right on the heels of fall is blasted winter. All right, you guys ready to go? Happy Thursday. Hey, Ashley. Welcome back. This is Ashley's 3rd workout in a row. I'm so impressed. Holy moly. All right, let's go. So impressed. Welcome to the morning gang. Okay, starting out. Oh, these feel good. Just nice, gentle twist, reaching, allowing your spine to kind of decompress. I don't know if you're like me, I get a lot of tension right here in my spine. It's probably primarily from running, but also we can exacerbate it from sitting, right? Because we tend to have really shortened hip flexors. Hip flexors are right here from, I didn't start to talk. It's gonna be that kind of day, you guys. All right, let's go into marching. So lifting those knees. Remember to go at your own pace. So wherever you're starting from, you just want to be 1% better each day. You just want to take one step each day towards where you want to be. Think about it as putting a deposit in to your bank of wellness. I don't know, bank of well-being. 1 coin in a day. You don't have to put, hundreds of dollars of bills in all at once. In fact, you can't. You can try, and you're probably going to defeat yourself, and you're going to quit. You're not going to keep doing it, right? So, honestly, my favorite tip of all time, if you're just starting, first of all, go slow and be patient. Okay, that's 2. But start slow. I know you already said that, but if you, our biggest our biggest adversary when we're getting started is our mind. We think it's our fitness, we think it's our bodies, we think it's sometimes our motivation, which I guess is our mind, but it's just making up our mind that we're gonna do this. And I think of health and well-being as the ultimate love, self-love. And when we are struggling to feel love towards ourselves, for lack of a better word, it's hard to put the effort into ourselves, right? For one reason or another, either because we're busy beating ourselves up, we're busy being ashamed of ourselves, we're busy being frustrated and feeling defeated, or we don't think we're worth it. I mean, there's so many. Oh, these are gonna hurt today. Oh my God. Some serious tightness in the lower back today. I gotta do some stretching, you guys. I'm saying that out loud because it's gotta happen today. I gotta do some stretching out of this body. I've been beating my body down big time lately. But I got here slowly, you guys. I tell you that every day. I got to where I am right now very slowly. Oh my God. My saving grace, honestly, you guys, to getting me to where I am right now, which is kind of almost, I feel full circle back to where I was maybe 7 years ago. Isn't there something, 7 years, isn't 7 years like some kind of like magical cycle of something? I don't even know what. That's dog years, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna add a hop if you're ready. Again, if you're brand new, if you're just starting back, like if you're just returning, you don't need to add the hop. You can keep with the marches like we did with the first round. Do what you need to do to show up tomorrow. Think about it that way, right? Like, what do you need to do today to show up tomorrow? If you like go hard and you crush it and you destroy yourself, and you're like, yeah, I'm so awesome, you're not gonna want to come back tomorrow, are you? I was talking to my sister yesterday because we run Wednesdays. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of moaning today, guys. That's what I feel like right now. A lot of moaning. I said how I got to where I am today, which is highly motivated. I'm feeling, you guys know, you guys have been with me for the last 9 months. Betty's been with me for 9 months. 9 months, Betty, of 3 times a week. And we have not missed a single one. You can probably see a change in my, maybe you can't because I maybe hide my moany, whiny side from you. No, I don't. I moan and whine to you guys. The change is I'm loving it again. Like, I'm actually not dreading my workouts. I'm actually not dreading my runs. But I had to go through months, even a couple years of forcing myself to do it. How did I force myself to stay consistent when I didn't want to? Probably about 95% of the time. I did a little bit and I let myself off the hook. I lowered the bar for myself. The bar was really low. I lowered my expectations. I set a minimum goal of 10 minutes a day that I had to run. I had to get out and do my run for 10 minutes a day. That's it. Most days once I was out, I would do more. But there was a lot of days that I only did that mile. And then when I started working out with you guys, I was like, you know what, I just gotta show up and do something, right? I just gotta show up. My other runs, I'd let myself walk as often as I needed to. I'd go as slow as I needed to. I'd stop and rest if I needed to. I just had to get myself out there. When you take all the pressure off in terms of performance, you kind of manage your mind, right? Because you manage the negative thoughts, and you break down that resistance. Because one of the hardest things about working out is that resistance that we feel. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna hurt, I'm tired, I don't feel like it, I don't wanna do that today. Whew. If we can kind of break down those thoughts so we don't have to have that mental argument with ourselves every day. It's like arguing with our kids. I think I won an argument with my kid this morning. He wanted to go out for lunch. And I had said to him, not this week, because I wanted him to save his money. The kid spends money like, I'm not sure where he gets that from. But I said we had all this leftover food from my other son's birthday the other night. No, you don't need to go out for lunch today. So this morning, I got back from my run and I had a bunch of texts saying, can I please? He's the youngest. He is very hard to say no to. We all know it. We all feel it. I feel it. I'm ashamed of myself because he has me a little bit wrapped. But I stood my ground and I said no. And I said, oh great, now you're going to be all mad and grouchy with me. And I said, that's no good. Anyway, he asked again. I said, just do whatever you want. Just do whatever you want. And then I turned around and he was packing his lunch. So I think that making him feel guilty, I think I won. Anyways, you really don't need to know any of that, but I'm tired today. So you get to listen to whatever comes out of my mouth. You can mute me. Actually, I was gonna say, we used to do music back in the very beginning. When I used to do these workouts, like a long time ago, I used to do with actually my son and my daughter used to do them with me. And we used to play music, but it's so hard to upload, like the social media will shut you down because of music rights. And even though all my music that I play I've purchased from iTunes or whatever, like I'm a nerd, I buy my music, but yeah, we would get shut down, so it was just too hard. So if you want music, I understand. I was at the baseball park the other night and they were teaching an outdoor Zumba class. And music's fun, it pumps you up, I get it. I was like, yeah, I can understand why people like music. But for me, recording and doing this publicly, it's quite difficult. So I totally bless you if you want to mute me and put music on. Okay, we are doing Tabata cardio core today. So we're going to do a cardio and a core exercise with the exception of a couple where we're going to do our, our grand slam. Okay, ready? Sorry. Let's go. We're going to start with plank, burpees. Okay, so if you're new, if you're just starting, you can do these low impact. That's what low impact looks like. Okay, so you basically will just remove the jump. If you're doing these with me, like with impact, try to go as fast as you can. Okay, so our first one, we're gonna do plank. Oh, I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna do plank on the ball. Okay, so if you're new, you're just starting, do plank on the floor. You can do plank on your elbows, or you can do plank with fully extended arms. I'm adding the ball to challenge myself a little bit. But it is an advanced movement. So if you are new, just starting, don't use the ball. Okay, guys. I find out in what is today, the 23rd. I find it in 5 days. If I got into the race that I put my name into, and if I did, I might barf in my mouth a little bit. But I'm feeling good. I'm ready to take on something big, bold, and scary. I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to share my journey to that big, bold, scary thing. So, trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. But we will be continuing these move sessions, that's for dang sure, because one of my strategies will be to get uber strong. And so if you want to join me in that effort, I welcome the company and the accountability. I didn't want to have to do that last one if I didn't have to. Okay. I'll be sharing, so I'm going out on a big training block next week. So on that note, classes may change slightly. I'm thinking that the next 2 Tuesdays I won't be able to do because I'll be traveling both those days. So what I'll probably do is try to make up those classes on Fridays. But my commitment is definitely to try to get our 3 workouts in. So I will be coming to you from British Columbia next week. Now I may do a Monday session. So stay tuned. I'm really sorry for not being able to tell you ahead of time what my plan is, but I'll tell you as soon as I figure it out myself. Is that 4 or do we have 1 more? That was it. So that's round 1. So we're gonna grab a drink, take a little rest before we run to round 2. How's everybody doing today? It's amazing how wickedly humid it is still, even though I think it's only 14 or 15 degrees. I'm very proud of myself because this morning it was, again, very gloomy and dark. I did a double run yesterday, so I got my butt out there twice in the rain, and the old me would have not even wanted to go out once in the rain yesterday, but I did both my runs, and then I woke up this morning and it was just pouring, like just a downpour, and honestly I wasn't into it. Okay, ready? Okay, we're gonna do jump, log jumps. Okay, so you're new, you're gonna step over. We haven't done these in a long time. Okay, so what you wanna think of is a giant log, and you're actually jumping over it. Okay, we're gonna hold boat for the next one. I'm gonna use the ball, but again, you don't have to use the ball, you can just do boat. Okay? I don't know if I'll last for all 4 like this, but I'm gonna try. So if you are using the ball, you wanna squeeze with those inner thighs. If you can get a ball, you could try Canadian Tire, Sport Check, like any kind of sporting store. We're probably going to be using it quite a bit because it's just a great way to add adversity to the workouts, add balance. But if you're a beginner, if you're just starting, it's still great to get one if you can get your hands on one and keep it for when you're ready. Something, I don't remember what it was. Oh, I'm telling you how proud of myself, man. So I got up, it was dark, pouring rain, like teeming down, and I just thought, I don't want to go out and just go out and get soaked, basically. And I sat there and thought, no. I mean, I say that I don't want to go out, but I'm very motivated right now. I'm feeling very motivated right now. I didn't want to I wanted my mileage. I wanted my miles today. So I thought, as I was leaving, I thought, I have a treadmill. Why do I need to? I spent a lot of money on that treadmill a few years ago. But I'd rather be outside, even in crazy weather. So out I went. I gave myself, this is my trick, you guys, seriously my trick. Gave myself a lot of outs. I said to myself, just do 5K. Just do your mile. Just get out there and do something. so that your run is finished. Your run is done for the day. And I got out, and it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. It's always the way. So try to really jump and activate those explosive muscles. If you're like really think of a great big log. And then it stopped, or it lightened right up, and I thought, see, this is my gift. That was my reward for doing the right thing, getting out there, doing the run. And I ended up I gave myself 3 choices. So I gave myself my ultimate cop-out. Well, 4 choices actually. My ultimate cop-out was my 1 mile. I gotta do at least my 1 mile for the day. But I knew I wanted to do at least 5K. Oh, that's it. Woo-hoo. That's number 2. Got 6 sets today, guys. Cardio and then a core exercise. So I'm proud to say I did my full kind of best case scenario run. I completed it. It's a win. It's a big win. I was thinking a lot today about how, I don't know if anybody else is seeing. See, I don't leave my house very much. Like I work from home. I spend my time at home, and then I go run in the trails. So I really don't go like out into the world, but I'm getting this sense that people are really not coping too well right now. Like a lot of people out there, like, I don't know, is anyone else seeing that? Okay, ready? Okay, high knees. So again, you can march this, or you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna go down to mountain climbers. Again, you can do this slowly, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm gonna grab a weight for this one, but no, I'm not. Okay, we're gonna do plank marches. Really squeeze that leg, squeeze, lock the quad, and focus on the glute. I noticed in my video yesterday, I sucked at these. I was lifting my leg too much. I'm not using my glute. So I was thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. I was thinking, can't talk doing these cardio because I'm counting. You're doing 8 and 8. How can we help people? Because people are, I think, just, they're really spiraling right now. They're really struggling. Okay, so lift from the glute, lock that knee. Flex that foot. I'm gonna check my video, see if I did these better today, because my knee was bending, and instead of lifting from the glutes, I think I was using my quad, which is typical of me because my glutes are fussy. One of my goals over the next few months is to really strengthen the glutes, inner thighs, and outer thighs. If you have lower back or hip pain, that's one of my struggles. My collagen, my BioCell, my liquid gold has changed my world when it comes to that, but okay, so lifting from the glute. Make sure you can feel the glute A great thing to do is if you video yourself like I did, I should be able to see my glute tightening up, which I couldn't in yesterday's video. I can actually feel my hamstring, and I want to feel my glute. Whew. So one thing I really, really believe is we choose our energy. We have ultimate control over the energy that we choose to live with, right? So we choose to allow the election. Like there's a lot of polarizing, controversial things happening right now, right? So you can feel my leg bending. And we can allow those things to get into our mindset and affect us. We can allow people who aren't kind of in line with what we think to upset us, right? And this is what I'm seeing a lot of, like, regardless of what we think is right, I'm seeing a lot of people causing people thinking differently to really upset them and get into their psyche and into their energy. And there was a quote that I read. Basically, if you're not, I can't remember it, so I'm just gonna like not even go there. Like, if you're not producing or creating, meaning you're not actually problem solving, like complaining, and this is not the quote, but is detrimental, right? Like, so it doesn't matter, even if we're complaining from the right perspective, like even if we're defending the right thing, defending is never productive. What's productive is creating change, doing, right? And it has to be done from, if you think of like people who really created change in our history. Okay, let's do those dang half burpees. Let's start with this half of the burpee, okay? Like Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, they all led change from a positive, purposeful, loving, right? You can't create change from hate. Can't create change from negativity. Whew. Okay, we're gonna do leg lifts with the ball. Okay, lifting. And if you don't have a ball, you do these just normal. So make sure there's no space under your back. And if you're using a ball, squeeze it with your feet. So what I was thinking of this morning is like, well, how can we, like, continuing to argue about the vaccine or the election or the passports, or like whatever, right? What can we actually do that's productive? You know what we're doing right now, working on our health, working on our ability to defend physically against disease, that is a really productive thing to be doing right now. I would say to the other piece is working on our minds, right? How can we, this is gonna sound so cheesy, how can we create more love and peace in our psyche versus hate, resentment, right? And so we can do that even during adverse, controversial times. And that's what we need right now. So how do we do that? And I would say number one is identify what kind of energy do you want to be in? Do you want to be in the type of energy where every conversation you have with someone is about, arguing about whether the passport is, grumbling about the passport, berating employees that are trying to enforce, right? Like, just accept what is And how can you move forward with it? How can you, so then to take it a step further, how can you offer love and compassion? Let's drop the word love, let's say compassion to the people that you encounter day to day, like whether it's an employee. We as a community, like I often think, we as a community, like Dawn, Betty, Yvonne, Ashley, we're creating a specific energy within our group, right? Like I can't imagine Betty even being negative because every conversation I've had with her has been positive, uplifting. How can you surround yourself with more people that aren't busying themselves mentally with, aren't getting dragged down and consumed by events in the world that, you know, maybe aren't in our control, and maybe we're ignoring things that are in our control, right? We're in control of our own energy, we're in control of our own thoughts, we're in control of what we choose to let in. So, you guys know I'm on social media all the time, but I'm actually not on social media. My sister said to me yesterday, I have to go off Instagram, it's getting to me. And I somehow have set up my social media. I don't consume news. I don't consume social media. I give to social media, so I put out my stuff, and then I get off. I don't scroll because it's easy. I know, me too, Dawn. I really like those ones. And you go, girl, Ashley. Like burpees are, none of us like. I don't mind burpees actually, but okay, we're gonna do the other half of the burpee. Speaking of burpees, we're gonna do the lower half of that burpee. And I'm going to grab a weight. I'm just trying to decide which weight I want to grab. I'm going to grab one of these. You don't need a weight.
Activity completed.
But I'm grabbing one for the next. Okay. So we're doing the second half of the burpee. And again, remember you can do low, no impact. You don't have to do high impact. Okay, ready? These guys. You can let me know in the comments which half of the burpee do you like better. The one that we just did or this one? Okay, so now we're going to be on the ground. We're going to do lifts, roll-ups. So again, don't do this with a weight unless you're ready. If you're new, this is harder on my arms than anything. Okay. Whew. So, tip number one is decide, recognize what energy you're in. I get caught up in it. Like when I talk to people, I like to talk, as you guys know. I like to think, I like to explore different ideas and whatnot. But I get caught up in discussing, you know, what I think is right and wrong. And I realize it'll start to affect my energy, and I'll realize how unproductive it is. It spirals me down. So step one is recognizing when we're doing that. Like, it's not bringing anything good into my life to talk about, you know, how mean people are being to employees right now. And okay. How? Whew. how I feel with people who think differently than me, right? Like it's more productive for me to open my mind and think, why do people think differently than me, and what can I do with that, right? I'm not very good at that per se. I get caught up in it all as much as we all do, but I like to hold myself to a higher standard than that. Oh. That's how I feel with that. I like to try to hold myself to a higher standard and not waste my time, waste my energy. My energy can go into, I need my energy, you guys. I'm 45 years old. I only got so much energy. Where do I want to put it? Into these half burpees would be a good spot for it to show up right now. Pretty sure those were pretty sad looking, but c'est la vie. Done is better than perfect, you guys. I learned that a couple years ago. Somebody said that to me, and I was like, whoa, that is the best line ever. And did I ever need that in my life? Because I don't know if you guys are like this, but I feel like everything has to be done perfectly or not do it. And I'm not a details person, so I tend to just quit and not do things because I don't want to do I don't have to do like perfect kind of thing. And speaking of which, yesterday I had a recognition call for an achievement in my business. And okay, we're finishing, you guys, we're finishing with burpees. And I'm gonna use a weight, and you can do normal burpees. You can add a weight like I am, or you can do low impact burpees, which just means you come up, go down, walk out into the, I don't even want to demonstrate it to you guys. Like a lazy one. This is gonna be what a low impact burpee looks like, okay? Okay. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, I washed my hair yesterday. That's what I was going to tell you. I had this recognition call, so
activity completed.
I need to go on and get videoed for my upcoming conference for recognition. And so I was like, oh, I gotta do something with this. So I washed my hair yesterday. I straightened it, and I got so many messages from people saying, "Oh, you look so good." I'm like, man, if you set the bar low enough, see, if people don't have expectations from you, you can really impress them when you just wash your hair. And I barely, honestly, I barely had any makeup on, so it was kind of funny, but anyway. Okay, so we're gonna do reaches. All right, so I'm gonna start with no weight. We're gonna lift and reach. My next one, I'm gonna try to use the weight on. So I want you to lift up towards your toes as high as you can. I haven't done these in a while. I'm gonna keep my legs straight. See, when we talk about my hip and back problems, I couldn't even lift my legs before. Like I couldn't move my lower spine barely at all. It was so bad. And I know that the key to, because it's a lot better now. I take my liquid gold. That was my last ditch attempt at salvaging myself. I had given up. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna have this arthritic pain forever. Like, this is it. This is life now. All right. Decided to try that, and it's helped me enormously. Oh, but yeah, I couldn't even lift my legs up before. So now that it's in a lot better shape and I can move it, I have my mobility back, the inflammation's gone. Now the goal is to really strengthen glutes, because guys, what are we even doing? Burpees! a good workout when you forget what you're doing. Okay. So we're definitely working on core today. We got our jumping jacks in. We got our planks in. Got our burpees in. So I say jumping jacks, plank, burpees, boats. We got to finish with push-ups and squats. These are the saddest crunches ever that I just did. See if I can do better on our last set. We have one more set. Yeah. Okay. Make sure if you're using a weight, you're getting that weight all the way up and stretching all the way up. Okay. Let's see if I can do a better job of those reaches this time. We haven't done Russian twists in a long time. Next week. Oh my God. Keep the core going. It's my arms that were feeling. Okay. So the last one we're going to do is we're going to do squats and push-ups. Let's go through. So we're not going to do a full Tabata. Did I miss anything else? Let's do our push-ups and our squats. We're going to start with our squats. You don't have to use weights. Again, you can do squats with no weights. Yeah. Okay. Remember what I said. If we don't like something, we probably need more of it. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good thing is I like burpees, so I don't really need to have more of them. I don't like lunge jumps, and I don't like split squats. So, Lord help us, we're gonna be doing more of those. All right, 10 push-ups from your knees, or full ones, wherever you're at. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we started, you guys, I couldn't even do a single push-up. So hang in there. Consistency and patience. No judgment, no criticism. Keep showing up with me. I will get you to where you want to go if you just show up with me. Have an awesome weekend. I will see you either Monday or Wednesday. I'll post and let you know. Probably in the Get Strong community from now on, not on my page. So have an awesome weekend. Take care, you guys.